Pull it. Pull it. Come on, man. Let go. Move that boom. Can you see the drone sitting right there? There's the drone. So we're back at the Mississippi University for Women. This is right here in Columbus, Mississippi, where I live. And this happens to be where Jill works also. One other thing I want to get out of the way while I'm thinking about it, I get asked about the drone that I use. I fly a DJI Mavic Zoom is what I fly. And that's what I recommend anybody to buy. And if you buy it, make sure you get the Zoom model, because you don't have to be nowhere near as close and you can just zoom it in, because I have had one drone destroyed because I got too close to Derek one day and he killed it for me with a tree. So with the Zoom, you can sit way back, just like looking at Brynn over there sitting in that cab. I could actually zoom from where I'm at right here all the way in on him. So it allows me a lot of leeway. You'll see me in a minute doing a lot of different zooming, because you can see the mister over there, the dust control machine blasting water up on the other side of Brynn over there. And drones and water don't do too well together, but with the Zoom, I can set back behind him far enough to where the water don't affect it or anything. So as you're watching this video, it seems like things are going in slow motion and not a lot's getting done or anything. But when you sit there and you watch it, it actually is a good bit going on. It just seems like it's a little slow, but it's really not. These guys that are going through pulling this rebar out, they've got, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe even 6 roll-off dumpsters. And the scrapyard is not but about probably 4 miles from where this location is right here that they're taking the scrap to. And they can almost fill a scrap dumpster before that guy runs a truck over there, dumps it, and comes back. So they're filling those roll-offs very, very quick, doing it like this right here. So Brynn, he's on the high reach right there. He's gnawing the building down, and that's basically what you're doing. You're just taking small bites at a time with that shear that's on it. And we were talking this afternoon. I seen him this evening, and y'all will see some video from it here in the future. That machine right there, it cost the Caterpillar, he said, runs about $1.2 million. And those things are not very cheap to buy right there. But that's a complete Caterpillar built machine right there, the way that they've got the cab done on it and the boom and all that stuff like that right there. So if you want to see some cool demolition stuff, they're not on YouTube or anything, but you can go to Instagram and you can look up BCS, B as in boy, C as in cat, S as in service, demo. And they're based out of Arizona over there. And they actually do a lot of demo with a 5130 Caterpillar that they bought. It's I think they can reach out to 200 feet with that thing. It's what they can reach out with it, and it can run a 10-ton shear on it. So what they run on it a lot, and that's a lot of weight, and that's a lot of reach, and that is a heck of a lot of machine, man. When you look at the boom on that thing, it's incredible. It has three main boom cylinders up under that lifts it. And so this machine that Brynn's running right here, this 345, a normal 345 has a 19,000 pound counterweight on the back of it. This machine right here has a 26,000 pound counterweight on it. The whole machine with the boom, the shear, and the counterweight and everything on it to set up the way it's set up It's even got a beefier, heavier undercarriage up under it. Weighs approximately 156,000 pounds with the way it's sitting right there. And it has to have that weight on it with that boom. So when I was there today talking to Brynn this afternoon, he had a O-ring. Well, the line come loose, and fixed it, and they also had a hose busted on the it'd be what they call the digging cylinder on the very end of the boom right there that actually would curl the bucket. So we pulled that big black cover off right there that's right above the shear right there. We pulled it off this afternoon and took that hose off of it. And he don't like right now that all he's got left is about just the stairway, which is about a 10-foot section on this far right-hand side of this building is all that he likes. So it'll take him a few hours in the morning to get that section down, and that building will be on the ground, and he's going to start on that, what they call, this is Taylor Hall that he's on right now, and that's Kern over there to the left. He'll be starting on it next, but when he gets on it and then I get back from Oregon, he told me that he was going to let me run it some more on that other building over there, which actually pretty cool because there's nothing around that building to hit or anything like another building beside it or nothing. So it actually will go a good bit faster. You can see his dust control machine right there. It's running with like a Vanguard engine on it that's blowing that water up there on it. And that's the first time I've ever been around one of those, and it does the job, man. It does it pretty good. BCS demo, they've got some monster ones that actually mounts on the ends of excavator booms that they blow their water out with, and this kind of stuff right here, and just kind of intrigues me. I'm a equipment nut, a machine, just nerd. I like anything big, any kind of machine, tractor, big trucks. I just, I get all giddy about it and everything, and I like it, and I like being around and stuff. I like running it, and especially if it's something new that I've never been on, I like to jump at the opportunity to do it. So I could just sit here all day and watch. I just like being there. And just seeing what I'm doing, I'm not just watching it run, but I'm watching what he's doing, how he's dissecting this building so that, so you can see the zoom right here, how it's zooming in on it. So that if I get an opportunity to get back on the machine, I don't want to just run it for the heck of it to be running it. I want to be able to make progress on it, and not be like put him behind, an hour or two or anything like that on cleaning up something that I've messed up or went about it the wrong way or anything like that. So the whole time he's running this thing right here, I'm sitting here mentally taking notes on where he's going through and what he's doing. One pretty neat thing that he's going to do a little bit different on the other building over there, he's got a skid steer and he's got a ditch witch, a little dingo, and they've got ramrod things mounted on the front of them, and he's actually going to put them inside the building on the first 2 floors of the bottom of the building. He's actually going to knock all the interior walls out with those 2 machines. So if we get rained out today while y'all are watching this right here, that's where I'll probably be. And y'all, if I'm there, y'all are going to get to see some video from me on a skid steer or something, getting to knock down walls inside of a building with it. That's going to be really cool. So I don't know whether we'll get rained out or not, because there's rain supposed to come in here about 10 o'clock tonight after I get through editing this video and work through it. But there's one thing I want to point out on this 355, this Volvo right here. It's got the steel wrist on it right there. That thing ain't no joke. The punishment that is taken right here when he's pounding this concrete here in a minute and stuff like that. And just look at it, just ripping that rebar out of that wall right there. If that steel wrist will hold up right there on that, see, he's gonna start pounding it right here, trying to knock it on down. Man, that thing will hold up. I've been pretty impressed with the steel wrist with that mount, and it's that mount that's on the end of that boom right there, and it's actually got the hydraulic connectors in it, so you can swap tools on the end of that boom and never leave the cab. When you connect up to it, the fittings, the hydraulic fittings connect up to it too, and so you don't even have to get down off of it. You just connect up, and man, bam, it's ready to rock and roll. So one man can switch from a shear to a hammer, or a bucket with a grapple on it, whatever he wants to do. Brynn right here, he's just showing out. He's actually pulling daggone computer wires out of the wall. I think those are Cat 5 or either telephone wires he's pulling out of the wall there. I mean, Brynn, we know you're good there, dog. We know you're good. But he's separating all that stuff out right there and getting it out. Siri just keyed it up on me over there. But this is almost to the end of the drone stuff right here where I filmed. And there's more. We're going to go on through the building a little bit more here in another day or so. I think I got some more logging stuff filmed, and then I went and I visited the dam too. So I got an update on it. And so y'all be seeing and hearing some more of that also. So y'all just sit back and enjoy the rest of this video here. That was a spiral staircase that y'all seen me in a video the other day that I went up, and that building, he's about to grab it. That's a lot of weight right there. Man, he's about all the way out right there too. I can feel the ground. He's moving that building. I can feel the ground moving under this 355 that I'm sitting on right here. Here's something to think about. Think about an earthquake. How an earthquake will level everything down, just tear everything down. And then think about forces that he's putting on this stuff and how hard it is for him to tear this thing down. That earthquake is some serious power. There's the elevator shaft right there. So it's around the corner. It's around the corner of that wall right there where that door is. That's where the elevator shaft is. You can see it. It's on the far right side of that right there. Boy, got a wad of it this time. Alright, that's the side of the elevator shaft he just grabbed right there. See, that's one of the doors. He's gonna grab that elevator door now. Well, he got the frame of it, or some of it. Man, that wall right there, there can't be much left holding that thing. That's the other side of the elevator shaft right there. He's about to bite. That's the left side of it. That whole wall is going to fall in a minute. I don't know exactly which minute. there's a column right there to the left of this head right there. It's one of those square concrete columns formed up. Dog, man. It did everything but come on over just then when he pulled it. I mean, that thing, he is all the way out too. I mean, he is pulling like crazy on that thing right now. Pull it. Here it goes. Come on. Pull it. Pull it. Come on, man. Let go. Move that moon. So that's one thing you wouldn't want. You wouldn't want everything to cave in on top of your tool right there while you had it up under it. That's a beam right there too. That's on the very tip top up there is what that is. So basically all the muncher does, it just munches the concrete off the rebar there, is all. All right, so upcoming stuff, one more time here. Remember, Jill and I are going to be in Eugene, Oregon, coming up. We'll be there this coming Thursday for the Oregon Logging Conference. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all 3 days with Rotobeck. So if you want to come see us and hang out with us, just come on in there. If you're there to see us, and I'm talking to somebody, just come on, just ease on up, and we'll make room, because it's kind of hard to like talk one-on-one when there's a lot of people, there's a line or anything like that. You kind of got to do it in a little bit of a group setting where you can work everybody through there. And I want to make sure that I get to talk to everybody that's there to meet and greet and stuff like that, because the getting out and about, mixing and mingling and in the crowds and meeting folks is very, very important. And it helps me as much as it helps the people who are there to meet. And it's kind of hard to explain that, but it does. It kind of, I guess the best way to say it kind of solidifies the foundation for me that I'm on. And so it'll be a good time. Looking forward to being in Oregon. It won't be my first time to be in Oregon. I have actually been on 3 different logging jobs in Oregon. I've been on one in Eugene right there. And then I've been on 2 different logging jobs in Astoria, which is over there on the coast. Mark Gustafson, if any of y'all are Axemen fans, Gustafson Logging was in the very first episode of Axemen from way, way back, the very, very first one. And then he opted not to be in it anymore after that. But I'm sure Mark and his brother will be there at the show. And hopefully they'll remember me, and maybe I'll cross paths with them while we're there. So if any of y'all know Mark, please steer him over the Rotobeck over there. I'd like to, holler at him or something like that. Because once the show gets going, I'll be right there confined to the Rotobeck booth. I won't be wandering around or anything like that. So just come on by and talk to Rotobeck people, man. They'll talk to you, even if you're not even a logger or anything. Everybody there is friendly, and will talk to you. And that's the thing. The show is for anybody. You don't have to be a logger. You don't have to be in the business. You can just come and look at the machines and all that. And if you want to see big machines, logging machines, that show is a good one to be at, because there's a lot of big stuff over there on the West Coast. So appreciate all y'all watching, and we'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.